Ever wonder why we spend nearly one third of our lives asleep? Think about it. You go to bed at 10 p.m., get up at 6, go to work, push through your day, come home exhausted, and repeat. Some people sleep more, some people sleep less, but nobody can live without it. And yet, in a world buzzing with stress, regret, and nonstop noise, so many people still can't sleep. Why is that? Sure, it might be physical, could be emotional, but have you ever stopped to think, what if it's spiritual? Maybe what's keeping you up at night isn't caffeine, it's conviction. Proverbs says this about the wicked. Hopefully, it's not talking about you. They do not sleep unless they have done evil, and their sleep is taken away unless they make someone fall. In Proverbs 4:16. That's heavy. Some people literally can't rest until they've brought somebody else down. So now sleep becomes this double-edged sword. Too much of it can ruin you. Too little might reveal something deeper going on. Let's talk about what God's word actually says about all this. When sleep feels like a curse, ever hit the snooze over and over? Not just on your alarm clock, but on your calling? That's what Proverbs is warning about when it says, how long will you slumber, O sluggard? In Proverbs 6:9. It's not just about physical sleep, it's about putting off responsibility, avoiding the hard thing, choosing rest over purpose. And the danger is subtle. Just a little more rest, few more minutes, and suddenly poverty, missed opportunity, and unfulfilled potential sneak up on you. Then there's this: do not love sleep, lest you come to poverty. Proverbs 20:13. This isn't saying sleep is bad. It's saying when we start loving comfort more than we love doing what we were made for, we'll lose more than just time. We'll lose our drive, our edge, even our sense of purpose. Sleep can be a blessing from God. So let's talk about the flip side. There's a kind of rest that God gives that has nothing to do with laziness and everything to do with trust. Psalm 4, verse 8 says, I will both lie down in peace and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety. This is the rest that comes when your heart's at peace, when you're not trying to control everything, but you know the shepherd is watching through the night. Psalm 127 says God gives his beloved sleep. This is the kind of rest that comes not from exhaustion, but from surrender. Think about the tired mom or dad who finally stops striving and says, God, you've got this. I trust you. That kind of sleep. That's a gift. Even Jesus slept. In Matthew 8:24, it says, but he was asleep right in the middle of a raging storm. He wasn't panicked. He wasn't restless. He was resting because he knew who was in charge. And that's the same rest that he offers you and me. Now, rest or sleep can become a spiritual danger, but not all sleep is physical. Some people are spiritually asleep, checked out, when they should be tuned in. In the Garden of Gethsemane, Jesus finds his disciples sleeping and he says, are you still sleeping? The hour is at hand. In Matthew 26, verse 45. They weren't lazy. They just weren't ready. And in that critical moment, they missed it. Romans 13 says it's time to wake up because salvation is more near than we think. Some of us have gotten too comfortable with the dark, too used to drifting. And God says, rise up. There's no time to waste. 1 Thessalonians 5 puts it like this: let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober. You can do all the right things, go to church, sing the songs, but if your heart's asleep, you're not ready for the return of Christ. Spiritual sleep is dangerous because it feels safe until it's too late. When sleep hides what's really going on, sometimes sleep isn't the problem, it's the mask. Paul writes in 1 Timothy 5:24, some men's sins are clearly evident, others follow later. Not everything shows up right away. Some people's sins are out in the open. Others, they're hidden until the fruit starts showing. And the same goes for faithfulness. Just because someone's quiet doesn't mean they're asleep. They may be walking faithfully, steadily behind the scenes. And one day, God brings it to light. That's why we can't judge only by what's visible. God sees in the dark, even when we sleep. He doesn't. He never sleeps or slumbers. What do we take from all this? Here's the truth. Sleep shows you something about your soul. If your mind's restless, your body's exhausted, and your spirit's disconnected, it might be time to take a deeper look. God gives peace to those who trust Him, but He doesn't comfort those who are hiding from Him. Sleep can be a gift, or it could be a warning sign. Even Jesus rested, but He never ignored what mattered most. The spiritually awake know when it's time to close their eyes and when it's time to open them wide. Final word. If you're living anxious, burdened, running yourself into the ground, or drifting through life with no direction, it's time to wake up. But if you're walking with God, trusting Him with your burdens, doing what you can and resting in what He's already done, sleep well. Because Jesus said, come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. That's Matthew 11:28. There's no mattress like the mercy of God. No pillow softer than peace with your Maker. No sleep more secure than the soul that knows it is loved and kept. Like and subscribe if you would, please. And share this with somebody that you know and love. Thank you.